Within Final Fantasy 16, you're going to be hearing two different words throughout the entire story: dominance and icons. And before you even decide to pick up Final Fantasy 16, it is very important to understand the difference between the two, as they are going to be the main focus within the game that you are going to play. Today, I want to focus on the difference between icons and dominance and give you a full in-depth analysis on each of them, breaking them down and explain what all of it means towards the story of Final Fantasy 16. Before we just jump right into it though, if you could simply just go down and like the video, it honestly gets me an extra boost in the algorithm. I'm really trying to push for that big 1,000 subscriber mark, and I know we can definitely hit it before the end of this year. So please just go down, hit the like button. It would totally mean a lot for me. The first thing I want to talk about are the dominants. Dominants are people who have the ability to host icons within themselves. As of this recording, it is extremely unclear how people end up with the ability to host icons, as it is unknown what kind of characteristics you need to even qualify to wield an icon in the first place. And even if you think someone has the ability to wield and host an icon, you can be completely wrong. Within the character bio, it is said that most people thought the main character of Final Fantasy 16 was going to be the next dominant of the Phoenix. However, it went to his younger brother Joshua, who became the dominant instead. I find this part very peculiar, as how can someone tell or know who is going to be a dominant for what specific icon? It is certainly not said anywhere yet, so we'll have to probably wait for more information before we get onto this. Now, some of you are probably typing in the comment section letting me know that being a dominant is chosen from birth, and this is where I find something weird, as when you read Jill's bio, it states that fate was not finished with her yet. It saw the three of them torn apart and the bone-chilling power of Shiva awakened within her. This part makes me a little bit confused and makes me raise my eyebrow at a couple of things. When did Jill obtain the power of Shiva? Matter of fact, when did any of these dominants obtain the powers that they have currently right now? We honestly don't know yet. In many trailers, you can see that there's a bunch of people who are trying to go after dominance for their icons, most likely. And you can see that Jill is in the Rosaria region with Joshua, but anytime we see a trailer, it's only people going after Joshua and not Jill. If they knew that Jill was going to become a dominant, then wouldn't they have kidnapped her before she even got her powers? It's a little bit confusing, isn't it? Other than that, most nations show a high level of respect towards dominance, to where some might even worship them. This varies from region to region. However, in the Iron Kingdom, citizens view dominance as an unholy abomination, and if found on their lands, they are put to death and shown as a reminder to the people that they are not to enter this region for any reason whatsoever. There are a few other regions that only use dominance as nothing more of a tool for war. And the last thing I want to touch on for dominance is that they do have the power to transform into icons. This is obvious because we have seen in multiple trailers that dominants can have the ability to transform into icons. It is unknown how you are going to be able to do this or what they need to unlock this ability, but we have seen it multiple times, and you will be able to play as these icons in some way, shape, or form. Now that we are done talking about dominance, let's shift our focus onto the icons. Within the Final Fantasy games, there is always a recurring element called summoned monsters. These creatures have many different titles and have different natures depending on which game you play. Sometimes they're gods, and sometimes they're just summons that you use within battle. Within Final Fantasy 16, these summoned monsters are called icons. Icons are magical beings and the most powerful living creatures in the realm of Belisia. From what it looks like, icons are tied down to mortal beings called dominants. Currently, we have a total of 8 icons, and each icon is supposed to wield a different element that the others cannot control. Phoenix has fire, Titan has earth, Shiva has ice, Garuda has wind, Rama has lightning, Odin has darkness, and Bahamut, we actually don't know what he wields since he's been shown so little in the trailers, but we can assume that it will be light. Now, I know what you're about to do. You're gonna go into the comment section and tell me that I'm wrong about icons wielding one element each, because Ifrit exists. What exactly is he? Both Ifrit and Phoenix wield fire, so I must be wrong, right? Well, while doing some research for the topic of this video, someone had pointed out, and I'm not taking any credit for this whatsoever, someone within the Final Fantasy 16 community pointed out within the Awakening trailer, there is a bystander that said something that changed the entire outlook of this game.
Second icon of fire. But that's impossible.
From what this guy is saying, it should be impossible for two icons to wield fire. Furthermore, something I also found odd is that whenever you read Clive's bio, Ifrit is always referred to as a dark icon. One could say that it's referring to an evil icon, but I believe through my own interpretation, it means that we have an abnormal icon on our hands. Lastly, I want to quickly mention that Final Fantasy 16 is not actually the first game to use the term icon. The first game to use this term was actually in Final Fantasy 14. In that game, only a select few referred to these summoned monsters as icons. But most of the time when you play Final Fantasy 14, they are referred as primals. It is most likely that the two games won't reference each other, as the design for primals are very different as the design for icons. But we do know that Yoshi P is working on both of these games, so there may be a little bit of an Easter egg between the two of them. Maybe the Easter egg is just the fact that they're named icons within Final Fantasy 16, which is pretty awesome. And with that, you have the full knowledge on both primals and icons. What did you think about the video? Did I miss anything? Is there something else you want to know about Final Fantasy 16 that I currently haven't talked about on the channel? Be sure to let me know in the comment section down below. Also, while you're there, could you please leave a big thumbs up on the video? Again, it really helps the video in the YouTube algorithm a lot. You guys have no idea how much it changes things. It's insane. And lastly, I want to quickly say thank you for just getting this far into the video. I hope I was able to keep you entertained and teach you a little bit about icons and dominance. But with all that, my name is V2, and I will see you all later. Stay awesome.